tonight we have on set one of the most beautiful women in America, especially in North Carolina, Mrs. North Carolina American Katy Clatterbaugh. We're so excited to have you as a guest tonight.
I'm so excited to be here, Deborah. We're gonna have fun tonight.
We're gonna have just a blast. When you walk through the door, I could just tell your energy was contagious, and you're gorgeous on the outside, but on the inside, your light shines through. So I'm honored to have you.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
So tell me a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so I am a wife of 11 years. I'm a mom. I'm a photographer, and oddly enough, I'm a wig fluencer. So I am breaking the stigma of alternative hair. So I think, as women, our hair is our identity. It's how we feel beautiful. It's what makes us us, right? Well, when you lose your hair or you don't have those long, luscious locks that we all wish to have, like you, we felt shame and we feel that we're not as beautiful as we are. And so I influence on wigs, and I share my hair loss story and my love for wigs with the world.
What a story you have on Insta every day.
Every day.
Every day. I love it.
Every day without fail.
You have this energy, and you unveil a new wig.
Yes.
And you put it on in front of your audience. And everything looks fabulous on you. But what an inspiring story, because it is our identity.
It is.
It really, truly is. And sadly enough, a lot of women really don't know how to navigate the world of wigs.
Right.
So this is something that helps other women, but it also helps those that have hair to shine.
Right, exactly. So when I first came out saying that I wore wigs, I was terrified. I knew nothing about wigs. I knew nothing about sharing my journey, but I had nowhere else to go. I didn't know what a wig grip was. I didn't know how to tell the difference between a great wig and a bad wig, or toppers or extensions or anything. And I just was very authentic in my journey and sharing my story. And it's evolved over the last 4 years into this incredible opportunity that I'm given. And so many women around the world message daily saying, thank you for sharing your story, because we don't know what we don't know. And when you're afraid to talk about something, where do you go?
Right. You're such an influencer on that.
Thank you.
It's like just a megaphone. So was that part of your interview when you were in the pageant, just sharing the story?
It
and I'm sure it captivated the judges. Tell me what you shared with the judges about your journey.
Yeah, so, my mission in life is to just empower women and to have us lead a life that is truly joyful and something we're proud of. And, for me, hiding from the areas that I'm not so proud of in my life. We've all gone through difficulties, and the current difficulty in my life is hair loss and what I'm dealing with. And so being able to share my heart with the judges and just tell them that no matter what your struggle is, when we embrace the change and we embrace the opportunities that can come from that, so many possibilities come to light, and so many options are ahead of you and in front of you. And I think that went over very well with them, because who can't relate to that? Maybe it's not hair loss. Maybe it's, infertility. Maybe it's drug addiction. Whatever it is, we can all relate to the humanity and just vulnerability that we all go through.
So I think when you say relate, I was just talking to my makeup artist about obstacles in life and how it is a roller coaster. Like it really is. And you'll have all these great things happen, and then there'll be a bump and it'll be a downhill coast. And you'll have a lot of obstacles that happen that you have to overcome. But isn't that what makes us stronger? And as women, I feel like we have the really great navigating tool to talk to each other and lift each other up, which is a valuable tool.
Totally, absolutely.
So we're going to take a quick break and see some pictures, and then I'm going to come back and hear more about you.
Sounds great. Thank you.
We'll take a break and see these fabulous pictures of Mrs. North Carolina American. pictures, what memories of a lifetime.
It was such a
Beautiful.
wonderful experience.
So we were talking about women and lifting each other up before we went to break. And we were talking about why all women are not able to lift each other up. And we were talking about some women are just jealous by human nature. Some women don't see the best in others, which is very sad and tragic.
I think it stems from insecurity. I think that we're all our own worst critics. And again, going on that vulnerability thing, if we would just share with other women, we would find a lot more we have in common than in which we don't, right?
Right, absolutely.
And I think as women, that's the beauty of friendships. We need to lift each other up, and we need to continue to challenge each other and motivate each other. But there's a fine line and a balance between doing that in a healthy way.
Right, absolutely. And I think pageant women lift each other up.
I agree. When I first started, so I've only been doing pageants since 2018.
Right.
So I did not have this longevity career growing up in pageantry. And I will be honest, I was very nervous that the women would be catty and it would be like what we see in the movies. It is so opposite of that. Every single woman I have met over the last, 6-7 years has been a game changer in her community. They have been inspirations in whatever their journey is. That everyone has just been so wonderful and so genuine that
Absolutely.
it's been a wonderful experience.
And I think the pageant world is a tool to, gain notoriety, but it's also a tool to open yourself up to other things like you're influencing.
Right?
And
the world is
brings
our
a new
oyster.
light. It
Yes.
really is.
It's
And I
great.
think your mind is so powerful in that whatever you think you can do, you can do. Like you said, you had never ventured into pageants,
No.
and you're like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little, apprehensive,
Yeah.
but you
I'm
shined.
so glad I did it. I truly could not encourage women. Join us on May 5th this year. Come compete. It will change your life. Regardless if you win the crown, if you don't win the crown, you will learn so much about yourself on this journey. You will push yourself to limits that you did not think were possible.
Right.
It's an amazing experience.
Well, it's a powerful tool. I think that, when you engage other women and you just share your stories, and like you said, being very vulnerable,
Yeah.
I think it's a game changer. And I think pageants do change the world, but you're changing the world with a lot of your influencing and your story. So what can we see next from you, Katy?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have
A book, of course, coming out.
That's actually on the horizon. There is a lot that I want to do in the wigfluencing world. I think like Netflix, but for wigs and for
Right.
tutorials and such, because I think that would be a wonderful asset and tool for women. And just traveling and seeing the world, showing my son the world with my husband. We're so blessed and so lucky to do what we get to do every single day. And I want to share that.
Now, is your son, what does he think about his mom being a wig influencer?
He loves it. He loves it. There's only one wig he does not like, and he was very, very clear about that.
I'm going to go back to your Instagram.
Yes, you will quickly find what
Okay.
it is. He was so embarrassed. He didn't want me to walk into the tennis center. He goes, "Mom, don't come back until you have a better wig on." Swear to God, not making that up. But he loves 99% of them, and he has his favorites. And he'll if I'm going on a school field trip with him, he'll be like, "Oh, Mom, they all have names. Can you wear Yvette today because I really want you to meet Abby tonight."
Oh, that is so cute. Well, we're going to wrap up the interview, but I do want you to talk to women out there that are navigating some type of change. You went through hair loss, and it was disappointing, and I'm sure at some points a low point for you.
Oh yeah.
But you were able to turn that around, and look, you're wearing a beautiful crown and being a wig influencer across America.
Yeah.
So give our women out there that are in our audience some words of advice.
Yeah, the best advice that I have is take every challenging situation and find the positive in it, because even as hard as our hardest days are, there is something silver lining in there. And when you hold on to that and you use that as your driving force, everything becomes possible again, and you start seeing the joy in life. And that's what life is about, living joyfully.
You're so inspiring.
Thank you.
I love you. Will
Thank
you
you.
come back and be a
I
guest?
would love to.
Aw.
Thank you so much, Deborah.
Katy, she is uplifting, she's beautiful inside and out, and she is changing the world. Remember, when you fall down, it's all about getting back up.